beautiful, amazing, fantastic world, and you, wonderful, wonderful individual. Today, I would like to speak about inner calm and harmony comes from active adjustment and inner clearing up of chaotic situation that may occur, and it requires a little self-awareness and also to a certain point ability to temper one's own inner being. So for as I used to say, letting go and letting our inner being out is easy. That is just, it is kind of, you can almost shut your being down and just let whatever intense emotions that is within us come out just willy-nilly. But that is not truly inner control, is it? Now, to be able to not be provoked, to be able to stand strong within one's own inner being and creating over time, maintaining, sustaining this harmony is a practice. It is much easier when you have connection to the higher worlds and to the Christ, for they are loving, nurturing and calming and harmonizing forces. For they are a hierarchy after all. A hierarchy have to be, well, in harmony, or else it will just sound like a cacophony, you know? But they sound beautiful and are harmonious, and the only one that are disharmonious, and that is the adversary forces down here in the microcosm with us, which only more or less appear within us as human beings. We descended here with them because we took that temptation from the adversary forces. Now, we gain the knowledge of good and evil too early. We didn't have the moral forces to be following them yet. So even though we knew good and evil, we couldn't truly act upon it in a sense. That is what we are constantly striving with. So that first our thoughts becomes good and, beautiful. For the first thing we do is mastering our thoughts, but we do not stop there. And then through our mastery of thoughts, we indirectly master our feelings, for our feelings follow and are pervaded by our thoughts, or vice versa, where our thoughts are pervaded with feeling. You can also cut it out and only be a thinking head, but that would only mean you are 1/3 of the human being, because you are passively observing your thoughts. But if you are in your thoughts with your will, with your being, and constantly developing your thought, your ability and faculties for thinking, for imagination, for clairvoyance and such, the more you also work upon your feelings, and your will is within here. But our will, as we say, should not be touched upon, for that is the last we are working on. It is the deepest part of our being. So thoughts first, then feeling, and then will. That is the 3 steps of development in a sense. And through thinking, through, directing our thoughts in a correct way, and also at the same time having the longing to be in harmony, to be in inner calm, it will be so. But as we say, it doesn't come like that. It comes through constant practice and dedication to this. And one can come to be very surprised at how amazing this path can be, but also how difficult it can be. But that is the joy, that is the enormously stimulating part of it all. It is to truly maneuver in between all of this chaos, between the pain and also between the joy, and objectively getting to know the world in all its aspects in the end. And through knowing the world and all the individuals on this planet, all the fellow Christ beings, every day becomes an adventure. For every person you meet, it is the Christ meeting you, speaking to you in a sense. Not yet I, Christ in me. We are not Christ, but we are like Christ in the future. Since we are constantly, taking in the nourishment of life. For the Christ is life. He is everything life on this planet. So the more we get to be interested in life and in the world and in the individual and in the human being and in yourself, of course, to a balanced degree. We are not here to become, super egotists or anything like that. We truly are here to stay in the truth and in what the higher worlds are prompting us to. And being egotist is not the way to go. Although we do need self-awareness and a certain steadiness within our own inner being, our individuality. For we as individuals are capable of discerning what is healthy, what is unhealthy, what is beautiful, what is ugly. Unless, of course, we haven't practiced it yet. And that will come over time. It comes through study. It comes through exploring life. And it is about not becoming dogmatic, pragmatic either. To become like a rock. To become more or less unreasonable. For we know when we say the Christ in me speaks to the Christ in you, and the Christ in you speaks to the Christ in me, we know that everyone experiences the Christ in different degrees of intensity. And that is coming from our vessel being prepared to have the divine forces flowing through us. For example, when we speak, we trust that we are being guided and that higher forces are helping us in this endeavor. And they are. Oh, they are. They are the most amazing higher siblings that can exist. They are so loving, but they are also disciplined. They are warriors. They are angels and archangels, So, knowing that, you build the courage to be yourself. But being yourself is not enough if you are a scoundrel. You purify and transform and uplift your own being. So you become nurturing and over time as beautiful as we can be. And not beautiful in the shallow, superficial sense. Beautiful soul and spirit. Beautiful interests. Beautiful attention focus. Beautiful thoughts. Beautiful feelings. Beautiful hobbies. But at the same time we need to also face up to the ugliness. To the adversary forces, not letting them run rampant in the shadows, but holding them balanced in consciousness. For, as I say, all of us have these adversary forces within us. And we either balance them or we become imbalanced. Normally we are imbalanced when we only consider ourselves twofold, a duality. But once we are threefold, we are a scale. And we balance the scale, or we are a pendulum and we hold the pendulum still. If we do not hold the pendulum still, we go extreme to that side, and if we stay here and become preferring here, in the next lifetime you will feel compelled to go to the other side to balance out and to clear out the karma you had from the other side. But we are in the middle, the threefold human being. Thinking, feeling, willing, past, present, future, and so on. And the more you come into yourself in the present, the more you can survey your past from the present. You will never go back to the past again, but you can go back through memory and through feeling and through being to such a degree that you can truly feel the intensity of the emotions you experienced at the time. It's important because that's when you learn from them. That's when you remember them. Although it might be painful, in the end it is we that experienced it, so if we let it stir down in the subconscious, it will only become a problem later. By observing it, it wishes to be observed. And it comes as individuals work. It is not a common thread here. We all have individual developments, but we all are in alignment with a human being, more or less, although many might not believe so. So we all are within the human sphere. So everyone has the human qualities and faculties and inner abilities and cognitive functions, but not everyone has unfolded them to the same degree. That is the difference. No one is worth more than the other in this case, for you are not You are not more worthy in God's eye than anyone else, even though you have developed further. You are given more responsibility and more... The higher you climb in the spiritual development, the higher your responsibility becomes. It becomes more and more nerve-wracking in a sense. For it is important to hold oneself truthful, honest, open, and clear so that people can understand. So we do not wish to misguide or mislead or lie, but truly, striving forever for honesty and truth. That is the real way to go. That is the real true way to live. For think about it. By you always being transparent with yourself, you always knowing what you yourself is doing every day, all day. Remembering back, you can constantly remember what you did and so on. You have your own back in a sense. You know what no one can say something about you that is not true. You will know it is not true, you see? That is the beautiful part of it, because you stick to what you know. You stick to the truth. You stick to the higher worlds. And the higher worlds help you regulate that. They will kick you in the butt emotionally. You will feel a little, at least I do feel, now it's been a while ago, but I digress. If we lie, we feel discomfort, we feel pain within. It's because it is a lie. That is the thing. For we knew better, and we didn't necessarily need to lie there. You see? So, I think I will leave you with this. Is it anything else? So, inner harmony is striven for and constantly sustained and maintained. So every day, and also through truth and through human decency and moral, modesty, moral and intellectual modesty, knowing that there is mountains to climb always. So being arrogant and believe we know what we need to know and we can stop here, no, don't do that. There is always until our last breath. That is what I will leave you with. May Father, Holy Spirit, Christ, my God, ancient masters of old, ancestors from every incarnation, bless, protect, guide, and love you on your amazing path to, redemption, upliftment, development, and growth, and also spiritual science and understanding and comprehension of the world as deeper and deeper and broader every day. And may you be provided for with all that you need to survive, live, thrive, being creative and inspirational, so others can choose to follow as they gain the courage and the time to do so. So, may you be safe and sound, and see you later. Love you. Goodbye.